Okay, so I want to mention the items you cannot miss during the Walmart pre-trip inspection at onboarding. The first thing is the lug nuts. You have to physically try and turn them off. Not this way, not like that, like this to loosen them. You have to do that to every single one, tractor and trailer. You get down and do it like this, turn them all the way. And then while you're back here, you also have to say the fifth wheel is properly mounted, secured, not damaged. The handle is out, the pin is out, and the fifth wheel is tilted back. Then you got to look in here and say the lock jaws are open, and the trailer and tractor will be separated about this far. They'll have it set up for you like that at the yard. And then so you have this space, then you'll do your finish your tractor, do the lug nuts on this side and all the other pre-trips. So this is just the ones you cannot miss. And then I'll show you how to hook up to the trailer. Okay, and then so before you hook up, after you do your tractor pre-trip, you tell them I'm ready to couple. And then what they want you to do is back up around about this far. See how it's not all the way under? It's about to the mud flaps. Then stop right there, and then they want you to look to make sure that the fifth wheel and the trailer are correct, that the trailer's not too high or too low. And then once you get out, you tell them, hey, this is the correct height, trailer's correct height. They want you to go under here, tell them kingpin is not locked, there's no lock on the kingpin, and it's not damaged and present. And then they want you to get under it and say that the fifth wheel and kingpin are properly aligned before you back in. Okay, so once you hook up, you got to do a tug test. Don't forget a tug test. Come down here, tell them that pin, that fifth wheel pin right there is all the way in, the handle is all the way in, and that there's no air gap in between the trailer and the fifth wheel. Go back under and then tell them that the locking jaws are all the way locked around the kingpin. So you have to say all that for the fifth wheel, or they'll fail you. So you have to tell them like all the stuff I just told you. Okay, and then once you started your pre-trip on the trailer itself and you're at this back area, the other must do is tell them that the tandem pins are sticking out, and you got to point to them because they're watching you. And also that the handle is in, it can't be sticking out. So handle in and tandem pins sticking out on both sides. So once you get this side, you crawl under here and you go to the other side and tell them that. And then come back out here after you tell them all the brakes and everything else. Even on the trailer, you got to physically twist the lug nuts on your walk around. So that's the essentials here. All right, guys, so let's do a quick recap. Once you do your engine compartment, lights, all that stuff, you start on the driver's side, physically try to take the lug nuts off, all of them. Then before you hook the tractor up to the trailer, you're going to want to say the fifth wheel pin is out, handle's out, and the fifth wheel is facing down, and that the lock jaws are open. And then you'll do your lug nuts and brakes and all that, and then you'll walk around, finish doing that side. Then you tell them ready to couple, back up, right here with the mud flaps, and then you get out, and then you look to make sure that the fifth wheel and the trailer will hook. You don't want it too high or like way too low. It's got to be right. Then you get under, like all the way under the trailer, and then say that the kingpin is present, not damaged, and no kingpin lock either, and that the fifth wheel and the kingpin are properly aligned. You got to say that. Then back up, hook all the way up like it is right now. Get out, tell the instructor fifth wheel pin is all the way in, no air gap in between the fifth wheel and trailer. Handle is all the way in. Get under the tractor or under the trailer, and then look at the lock jaws and say the lock jaws are all the way around the kingpin. Then you'll do your trailer walk around, do your lights and all that stuff. When you get to the back, you're gonna want to say that the tandem pins are sticking out and handle is all the way in. Then while you're down here, crawl to the other side and say the same thing. That the tandem pins are sticking out. You have to say that. And then, obviously finish doing all your lug nut checks all the way around. And then, finish doing your walk around. And then, once you get to this side, all your lug nuts. And then, once you're done with the pre-trip, the very last thing you're gonna say is ready to uncouple. Because once you say that, that means you're done with the pre-trip, and if you forgot something, it's too late. So the essentials are the lug nuts, anything to do with the fifth wheel. You can't back up too far under the trailer, and you got to make sure that the trailer is level, and all your lug nuts, and you got to pull the seat belt all the way out and say it's not torn or damaged or frayed, and that it works properly. You got to buckle it. So that's all the things, lug nuts, anything with the fifth wheel, checking, before you back up all the way under the trailer, your tug test, tandem pins are sticking out, and the release handles all the way in, and the seat belt.